Hello and welcome back to the latest Broken Respawn podcast, where we talk about all things gaming industry and related, and random things we're interested in. I'm TBSliver, and joining me today is SarinTal.
Yo.
And Lucian v Ghost.
Good evening, everyone.
How are we all this fine day?
Well, you both know exactly how I am, but I don't think it would be polite of me to say it on stream.
Probably not. I know this is not marked, for kids, but at least let's try to keep it somewhat PG.
Maybe.
Good luck with that.
Good luck with that. Good luck with that. At least for the first 5 minutes.
Oh, that's it. That's what we need to get about.
So we've got about 30 seconds before we can. Yeah, no. No.
There is a droid. Hi, droid.
Hello, everyone in chat, and everyone watching the podcast after the fact or listening to it over on Anchor.
Or listening, yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
If Sliver remembers to upload it.
Shh, it's not like I only just uploaded the last episode and haven't set it going. So there'll be 2 episodes appearing in quick succession on there, but never mind.
If you remember to run this one as well.
If I remember to do this one, yeah, that's fair. I will definitely do this one straight after. I'm not as tired today. Anyway, what has everyone been up to this last fortnight?
Star Wars.
Oh god, yeah, Sarin. Star Wars. The Old Republic. How's that all going?
It is going really well. There was like I said, I don't really dive into a lot of the spoilers of how things are coming out or what changes there are. But there were things that I heard, being able to use different weapons with your current class, and I'm like, oh, okay, that'll be cool. It wasn't like I expected. It's a full on. What it is so you pick your character when you're in your character creation. You pick your character, you pick the class, and they've got 3 subclasses that they could choose from to specialize in, and away you go. Cool. What they've added is the ability to add any other class that's makes sense in lore as an option for a class switch to your class. So if I want to have like my trooper, who's currently using a big, 2-handed cannon, go the smuggler route, I can't just throw 2 pistols on him. No, it's a full-on class change, ability change, everything. So kind of maybe misrepresented there in some of the talks, but overall, the story, phenomenal. That's what really drives me in the game is the story. Darth Malgus being back and just taking him on, seeing the aftermath of what was in the original 7.0 trailer was great. The boss, however, the final fight took me a little bit to do because it's a little broken right now.
Oh dear.
Oh no. Wait, broken?
Anytime he knocks you back, you fall through the world, instantly resetting the fight.
Oh no!
That is
whoops.
That is a little bit of a problem.
So what they have is they must have the animation set a millimeter below collision level of the floor, and his first ability is a giant pull. So of course, right off the bat, fight starts. Malgus pulls you, you're dead. I mean, it makes sense lore-wise, but
oh dear.
Come on. It took me switching to a ranged class of my melee class in order to beat him, and I had to stand on a particular pillar in a specific spot so that I wouldn't get knocked off the world.
God.
But I did it. We got it in 20 tries or so?
20 tries. I mean, that's not too bad for a first time at a big boss in an MMO, so yeah, fair.
But it's fun. If anyone does enjoy the Star Wars lore, go check it out if you have the ability, or go watch my videos on Twitch.
Yeah, Sarin's been working his way through all of the Old Republic stuff, kind of speeding through it in some cases, because
I'm not doing a lot of the side quest stuff. I am focusing on story only.
Yeah.
Because with the level boosts that I've received throughout the years, I'm not really worried about it, and I could make 2 currently characters at level 75, so not a big deal. Getting through the story is what's always been for me. Like, I love the story of stuff. I'm not really for the grind, so having the ability to go and just play through the character, get all that, lore background without too much grinding, I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that. I'm glad there's that option.
Yeah. No, that's good. I'm glad you're enjoying that, because I looked at it and went, I mean, I like Star Wars. I'm literally wearing a First Order T-shirt right now.
Stay on target. Stay on target.
But I've never managed to get myself massively into the Star Wars side of games. Like, I think the most I played was Lego Star Wars. So, yeah.
I think you would enjoy it. Honestly, what you should do is you should pick up Fallen Order. I think you would enjoy that.
I think I've got that through Game Pass, actually. Prem will correct us on that, because I think it's available on there, or I've got access to it, I think. But yeah. Speaking of random grinds through things, Lucian, you recently finished a grind on Sea of Thieves, the PvP side. What were you doing? Why?
The arenas. Why was I doing it? You want to know why I was doing it? I was doing it for a coat.
Of course, it was the aesthetics.
Doing it through a coat.
I was doing it for a coat. I was doing it for the aesthetic. But in fairness, that is a little bit outdated news. That was a few weeks ago at this point. What I've actually been doing for the past few days / weeks, I have been completely overhauling and updating the Ghost Industries wiki.
Oh, excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, you go ahead and work on that.
I have added 20 new pages.
Jeez. Yeah. For those not in the not in the know, Ghost Industries is Lucian's fantasy,
alternate reality,
fiction world, basically.
Multiverse, if you will, cinematic multiverse.
There we go. Yeah, where there is, I think, 12 clones of you or something stupid.
Copyright strike.
There are 12 known existing. That's my alarm. 12 known existing variants, if you will.
God.
Some of them are dead. And then there's also the whole bunch of other lore. If you are interested in it, you can find all of the links to the wiki in my Discord and on my YouTube channel, which will be linked at the end of the show.
Yes.
But yes, that's one of the things that I've been doing recently. It's just going through the entire wiki, adding things, overhauling things. I've overhauled the entire front page. So now the wiki also has a background that is the front lobby of the Ghost Industries Research and Development Complex. It looks good. It looks very good. I'm quite happy with it. But additionally, we've also done some work on the 5th episode of the Unlikely Reunion series, which will hopefully be coming out within 2 weeks, if I can get Sliver to do the voice lines. Which,
hey, Sliver, have you done the thing?
No, shut up, okay?
Which, in fairness to Sliver, I started out with like 4 voice lines, and now there's like 10. And I just keep adding to them because I keep coming up with new things for Sliver to say.
Oh God, I'm glad I haven't looked at them then. Right, I'll sort that out. Like, I'm going to wait until the weekend to sort in those, but that's fine.
You can wait until the weekend, and then I'll spam you on the weekend and say, "Hey, have you done this yet? Hey, have you done this yet?
No,
have you done this yet?"
No. Okay.
But yeah,
as a side note, completely off topic. I am so glad that I'm positioned in the middle of the stream because I can look over at Lucian and I can look over at Sliver and be like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?"
and I have to like all my screens are on this side. Like I've got their chat, the thing, but I have to look this way to look at Sarin
and Lucian.
And Lucian, yes.
I mean,
but, you know.
Here's the thing.
Hey,
I have made the mistake of crafting multiple universes.
Yeah.
I have one for D&D, which Sarin is a part of. I have the Ghost Industries Cinematic Multiverse, which is a wild ride all on its own. Then I have all of the Atlas stuff and the Space Engineers stuff as well.
Yeah, you are a glutton for creative punishment. I mean...
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Like, me and Aya actually crafted an entire backstory between our characters as well, which is just mad.
I mean, okay,
Atlas.
My Atlas characters have a backstory, which is insane, and I need to get back to. But
I mean, let's be honest. With how long we've played that with the same group of people,
I'm surprised
if we don't have backstories, you're not invested.
Yeah, that's true.
Me and Aya did an extensive backstory from before Kingdom's End, essentially.
Oh, God. Actually, technically, mine has one that goes back, but mine is not a multiverse. Mine is a group of sisters, which just gets messy because there's at least 2, probably more.
Krem, Rings DC, can we borrow a crisis event, please?
Yes. Oh, dear.
Oh.
Yes. And then, well, myself was the fun of Short Play Saturday for those that caught it.
Ooh, yeah. How did that go?
That went really well. Had some interesting games on the rotor, and some that have been there for a long time. Cough, cough. Jane Silent Bob's Mall Brawl. That I don't think is ever coming off the list. I think we had 1 vote for it this time. Over the time, but
wow,
But instead, we had a few interesting games, including one which was Dark Devotion, which is it's a 2D Souls-like.
Think I've played that.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I think I might have played that.
2D Souls-like roguelite. If I've got the correct one, roguelite
or
is the one where you go back to the beginning.
I know I've heard of Dark Devotion.
Yeah,
somewhere.
It was free on. I think it was free on Amazon. So anyone with Prime might already have it. If not, well, it's very interesting, and go watch my playthrough of it. But yeah, that one was a fun one. And then we had Absolute Drift, which was cute, twee, and a drifting game, which felt like you were driving with a steering wheel made of Jello.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Souls like he kind of makes a note, yeah. And then, the other two we had, one of them was unlisted on Twitch, which means that it was the Blocks and Belts, which was actually a tech demo for a Satisfactory / Factorio style game written entirely in browser. So interesting. Yeah, full 3D. Full interface, Factorio style, not on a grid, but Factorio style gameplay. And yeah, it was very, very, very interesting, very well done. It was pointed out by one of my community members, Donna Keys, who you all know is well and truly a musician. Various things. And that was the most interesting one on there. Just in terms of what's capable these days on a browser. It was a full-on game, moving around the world, putting units down and that sort of thing. So I'm intrigued what's going to come out in that sort of side. And the last one was Neurovoider, which quite frankly I can't remember anything of. I really can't remember how much I liked that one or not.
So at that point, because it's the last game you played, how many drinks were you in at that point?
How many drinks was I in? I may have had a beer at the beginning, and that was it.
That's all he remembers, folks.
That's all I remember. Yeah. I'm a cheap date. But yes, which, however, that brings us...
Speaking of, have you considered the proposal yet?
Shut up, you! Oh my God!
I'm sorry. What did I miss?
A lot, and we probably will not get into it here, but it's funny as fuck.
God. Sarin's just selling off his sister. It's fine.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm not.
Excuse me, Sarin. I'm fairly sure that's called an arranged marriage, and it's illegal in most places.
Hey, I just want the guy to come out and visit me. If he's having problems with obtaining a visa, I gave him a solution. All right.
I see.
I mean, ironically, a temporary visa is 100 and... I think it was £100 or something like that for an 180-day one. So it's non-working, but yeah.
But I mean, hell, Anyway, that was way off topic.
Very. Unlike the next bit, which was the game we've all been loving for the last couple of days. Risk of Rain 2.
Oh, man, that was fun.
Oh, the new DLC.
That was so much fun.
Is so good. And I forgot what it's called.
It is very good.
Risk of Rain 2. It's Survivors of the Void, isn't it?
Survivors of the Void, yeah.
The new... Sorry. Of course it's Survivors of the Void. It's... so many
we didn't survive.
We did not, multiple times.
We did not survive.
There is so many new things in there, like that level at the end of last stream with just like, right, okay, oh, we died. What? And the direct counter to Lucian.
Yes, the Z construct.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness, that was funny as fuck.
That was amazing.
I do like that. I watched you guys die, and then I flew around the map, trying to figure out where the portal was, found it eventually, activated it, started chiseling down the bosses, and then this giant laser beam comes out of nowhere and just shoots me in the back. And I'm just
firing
like,
my
what
laser.
the fuck?
Yep. I'm firing my laser over that way right now. Oh God, that was hilarious.
And here's the thing. Here's the interesting thing about the Z construct that I found. It has regenerative armor plating that protects its core.
Okay.
And it puts up a shield bubble.
Shield bubble? Wait, what?
It shield bubbles itself.
Okay.
It's interesting. It's very interesting. And I would like to meet that thing as its own boss. Because it is obviously a boss mob.
Yeah.
But I want to know what stage it's on.
Yeah, I think it might. I wouldn't be surprised if it's that stage, but it's triggered by something weird. Like it might be a time trigger.
I don't think it's that stage.
You sure? Okay.
I think it's from the planetarium.
Which we've not got to yet, and I'm looking forward to dying horrendously on that because we've heard things from various community members going, yeah, it's prepare to die.
Yeah, like I think it's from the planetarium.
Yeah.
That's where I think the Z construct and the alpha constructs come from. I think that's where all the construct stuff comes from.
Yeah. That would be, yeah. I mean, I'm loving the new Void items and stuff in there. That's just, and the Void creatures, which are really hard to kill.
Yeah. They are.
Oh yeah,
God.
The Void creatures are horrendous to go up against, and the new Void jailer.
Yeah, you've got bad things about that. I've not survived long enough to be killed by it.
I got killed by it. Essentially, it works very much like the crab, but its explosion radius is so much bigger when it dies.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's terrifying.
Just got a live update here from our man in the back room, Kremlik. There are a couple events coming up for Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Ooh.
Yeah, we've got two events: Bounty Contract Week and the All Worlds Ultimate Swoop Rally. So, couple things there. Bounty contracts, of course. There's hits put out on NPCs where you could earn status with the bounty board and get some cool rewards from there. Sliver, you could pull up the link and share some of the images. That'd be great because I want that hat. And for those of you that know for those of you that haven't watched any of the Clone Wars series, or if you have watched the Clone Wars series, you'll recognize what this is. And that's a pretty famous bounty hunter's hat. And I'm just like, I need this right now. That
is a very.
I mean, here's the thing. I realize that you're trying to take the focus to the hat, but at the same time, what the fuck is that gun?
It's a quad barrel laser pistol, obviously.
Yeah.
That was actually a guess.
I get the feeling that is meant to be the focus of the picture. It's the gun, not the hat.
Because what they're looking at here is they're calling it the Assassin's Bowcaster and Elite Tracker's Bowcaster weapon. So I don't think we're seeing the model properly. It should be looking as a miniature crossbow of sorts.
Okay, yeah, that looks more like machine pistol.
I will. So this is going to be available from the 8th to the 15th. So I will strive to get that. I'll work on that and see if I can get better images from that. And then below, you see the rewards for the swoop rally race, the snub nose swoop, and racing gear that also look fairly interesting.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure you've seen that hat in Mortal Kombat. That hat is very, like, they definitely pulled a lot of Eastern reference for that.
Yeah.
Is my fashion sense starting to affect Sarin? Maybe. Also, here's a picture of the coat sliver. I forgot about that. I forgot that I could actually share a picture of the coat.
Where I'm out to you. Oh, you posted it there. Cool. Yeah, let me just. Yeah, there we go. That's Lucian in his coat.
That is me in my new coat that I spent far too long grinding for. Over 100 matches of arena in top 3 finishes to get that coat.
God.
That's horrible.
That I mean, I know how much you love PvP in general, so yeah.
Nice.
It's a nice coat. I think it's one I've looked at as well.
It is a very nice coat.
Saw what the requirements were and went, you know what, fuck that.
Right. I mean, here's the thing. There's that coat, and then there's the coat that my friend Lying wants to get.
Oh God.
Which is that coat you need to buy all of the glorious Sea Dog stuff, which is what that coat is, and then wearing that set, get 100 wins in arenas mode.
Nope. Hard pass.
Nope.
And it's that coat,
I'll play
but in blue and silver instead of red and gold.
Yeah, no, I'll play Sea of Thieves for the story, but I am not grinding PvP like that.
No, fuck that entirely. I honestly, Sea of Thieves is fun and all, but I've got too many other things, and I can't. It's fun-ish. It's not.
So when am I getting that coat IRL? I wish, Sean, but I'm going to be honest. If I got that coat IRL, I would have to get it tailored, like properly have it built from scratch, tailored.
It would look cool, though.
It would look cool, don't get me wrong, but it would be hellishly expensive.
I am unsurprised. I mean, to be fair, you might be able to be fair, you might find someone's done a pattern for the basic one already, because Sea of Thieves being out for that long, and it being a fairly loved series, main game, there's probably a lot of cosplayers out for it. And they may have done some basic stuff.
Probably.
That you can get it. You might be able to get a reasonably cheap cosplay one and then fix it up. You know? And that might not be as expensive. Wouldn't be surprised. Or you can find one that looks right. Or is mostly right and you just add the gold trim yourself.
Well, here's the thing. I do actually know of a coat that looks right, but it is completely the wrong color. And
hey, Sliver, I just sent you an image in DMs. Go throw it up.
Oh, God, bear me a sec. Okay, a heads up on this. This is a...
it's airsoft. It's not...
It's an airsoft pistol.
Not real steel.
Yeah. That is Sarin in his cowboy getup.
Oh, he's clean shaven. He looks so
young. Right? What the hell's wrong with me?
Yeah. Stand and deliver.
That coat and vest is all one piece.
Really?
Yes.
I
recognize that coat.
Really?
That coat and vest is all one piece. And I think it ran me as 160 Canadian.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's not too bad, actually. That's about...
And it's got a split
80?
tail.
It's about 80 quid UK as of when you bought it, at least. Probably about 100 quid.
I recognize that coat, and like I was pondering getting it at one point, and I took like the listing to my grandmother, and she was like, she looked at it and went, "That has no pockets, it has no lining, it is just a piece of fabric. We could make that." And
the pockets are small. Okay, so the pockets are small on that one. And mine does have a lining. So
Well, the listing that we were looking at didn't have a lining, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah.
Ghost Rider. SarinTal Ghost Rider.
Oh, God, don't give him ideas.
No.
But yeah.
No, I'm working on, dropping some weight before I do cosplay again.
Oh, I think most people are looking at dropping some weight after the last couple of years anyway. Like, most of us have been sat at home going, hey, take away.
My stick-thin form and goes, wait, what is weight?
Hey,
I'm
Lucian,
I'm
if you want some, you can have ours.
Yeah, you can take some of mine.
Here's the thing. I would like to gain some weight so that I can actually turn it into muscle, but I can't. Because
I can't confirm
I metabolize things too bloody quickly, apparently.
Hold on,
it's
I look
really
like Patrick
annoying.
Warburton? Hold on, what? I'm looking at the comparison images.
Okay.
Not really?
Yeah. Oh, we can give you a diet, Lucian, but it's going to suck.
I mean, I don't need to go on a diet is the thing.
Well, no, a diet is an order of things to eat. It's
Well,
like,
yeah.
So the diet basically is order Domino's for the next month.
I mean, yeah, but that requires that I have a money sliver.
McDonald's is not as good as you think.
Money.
Funny story. On my
oh my god!
5-day trip.
I need to make that. I need to make that a donation alert. You've got to have money.
Oh no!
Oh god! Here we go.
Anyway,
speaking of voice lines, Atlas. Let's. Oh
god,
that was a great idea.
Right. Okay. Well, I think on.
Wow.
We just. We wandered off there. There we go.
Yeah,
okay,
we wandered off for half an hour.
Oops. So let's start cracking onto some of the bits that Kremlik's lined up, starting with
Nintendo.
Sad Mario.
Sad
Mario face.
Sad Mario, because Nintendo is going to end the eShop support for the 3DS and the Wii U.
In all honesty, I think they've kept their eShop support for those systems longer than the other consoles.
I do think so. I'm going to be honest, I don't think that the earlier Xbox generations have access to the eShops anymore.
Yeah.
The 360
I think they're
still
long
does.
gone.
360 still
The
does.
360 still... Well, yes, but I'm talking about the earlier generations, not the 360.
There never
360 's
was a
fairly
web
recent.
store for the Xbox because it was pre...
But the Xbox One had one, didn't it?
The Xbox One is after the 360.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it is.
It goes Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox One X?
Whatever.
Something like that.
They
I
hate their
don't
name.
care about consoles. I'm gonna be honest.
That's fair.
Consoles give me a headache. It's essentially a PC in a box that someone's put a lock on to play specific games.
That's
all it
literally
is.
what the latest generation is, as is the latest generation PlayStation. They're just computers underneath with either Linux or Windows running on there.
Exactly.
The Switch is
It's a
an
PC in a box
exception.
that someone has put a lock on to play specific games and not let you play others. And I'm just like, okay, but I have a PC here that can play all of these games and all of these games, and if I stick an emulator on it, I can play all of these games as well. It's just like, what's the point?
I mean, that's one of the problems as well. Is with the 3DS and Wii U eShops closing, that's actually removing a load of virtual console stuff. So it's actually removing a lot of ways to legally access a lot of the old games from SNES and NES that haven't been, and Game Boy and all those that haven't been ported up to the Switch. Like, I mean, I've looked at the virtual consoles on Switch, the SNES and NES ones, and there's not as many games that they're still releasing them, but there's not as many as there is in the back catalogue.
Kremlik is highlighting the fact that
they still get pissy over emulation.
Users still get pissy over emulation as well. Yes,
Nintendo still get pissy over emulation.
Well,
they have gone. They have straight up gone after.
Sony is pretty good on the emulation end, as far as I'm aware.
They just ignore it.
Yeah, and like by ignoring it, they basically have a thriving emulation community, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Xbox actively tries to prevent it, I think, to a degree.
Not so much. No. I think
I've heard that they used to.
Xbox original games will run on a 360, except for one or two exceptions. Xbox 360 games will run on the Xbox. I think most of them will move up, or they've done a re-release since, or their license is upgraded, like similar to the way Sony does the PS4 to PS5 stuff. Like a lot of them, a lot of them will work on the PS5 because the PS4 was just a slightly more powerful computer at the time, with some really back-asswards graphics.
But then you've got Nintendo, who are completely against emulation.
Yeah.
Which is,
and they seem to suck at it slightly themselves.
Like it's you have on the far left, you have Sony, which is technically just the middle, realistically, because they don't provide support.
Yeah.
Then you have
I wouldn't say that, honestly, because I've gone to Sony support a couple of times and I've never had problems.
For emulation specifically.
Oh, for emulation.
Yeah, emulation specifically. Like, they don't provide support. They don't actively support the community, but they don't maliciously cause problems within the emulation community either.
Okay, fair.
Then you have Xbox, which are here and there. Yeah. Sometimes they do things that hurt. Sometimes they don't. Most of the time, they're pretty all right. And then you've got Nintendo. And Nintendo are just like, no emulation.
This is our walled garden, and you won't buy it again. Yeah, I mean, this is why, like, I'm being very careful with some of my old Nintendo. Like, I just realized all of my Nintendo consoles that I have are handheld portables. Every single one. I have none of the. I mean, I technically have a SNES Mini. The one they brought out just before they brought out the Switch proper emulation stuff, but I don't really count that because, But I mean, every single one's portable.
I have that one as well, and the I've got more games on it than it came with originally.
Shh! Don't let Nintendo know that you can do that. They'll stop selling them.
I mean, it's what happens when you build your system around a Raspberry Pi.
That's true. It is actually. It is almost pretty much a Raspberry Pi. You can put a memory card in and load. I think with a big enough card, you can actually load every single existing SNES and NES game in there at once.
It has a big enough card built into it already. You don't need to open it.
What? Just. Nintendo.
I didn't have to open it. I just had to plug it into the computer.
Oh, God. Right, okay. Shh. You're bad. Bad Sarin. Bad Sarin. I'm going to be doing that later.
Yo ho, diddly.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Moving on from that, just to cover over, essentially, about 1,000+ digital-only titles will be lost when the platform eShops close for 3DS and Wii U. This is about 2,000 titles across both platforms, and
it's just so many games. Like,
yeah,
I mean, it's not like
I really do hope
these are ones that you literally can't get anywhere else. Like, there is no other way of getting them. They've locked down, or they were only ever released on there. They're just gone.
Yeah,
you can't.
You know what? The smart thing for them to do would be for people that have, because these games are bound to an account, is to allow these games to be then downloaded onto the Switch.
That would be nice. I hope that's what they do. If they do that,
they do. We can hope that's what they do, but
they have a lot of the old games through the online pass, right?
Yeah.
So members of the, like, just add those titles to it. Right.
At any rate, let's start trucking through this because we do have a lot to get through.
Yes. Sticking on the Nintendo news.
Yes. Next up on the Nintendo news.
Your mic's just died again.
And his mic's gone again.
Yeah, that happens. That happens.
Yeah.
Pokemon Legends
a lot.
Arceus has dropped its major 1.1.0 update on the same day as a short Pokemon Day Pokemon Presents thing. I'm not honestly sure what it's about. A live event. I see.
It's a Pokemon Presents is their Pokemon specific announcement live stream thing. It's pre-recorded.
Additionally, they have announced Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
That one looks cool. I saw the trailer video for that, or at least a couple of snippets, and what they've been doing recently is they've been not focusing on the Japanese aesthetics, but we had like Pokemon Sun and Moon, which was very Hawaiian feel. With this one, it's gonna give it a more Spanish feel.
Yes, like on Spanish.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm looking at that and I'm just going. Who decided to add Donald Duck into Pokemon?
Oh God, yeah. It's Donald Duck, the cat that everyone is currently going stay on all fours. And it's.
I'm gonna be honest. If the evolution of that cat happens to stand on two legs, the furry community is gonna grab it and run.
You're not wrong. I hate you, but you're not wrong.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like
no. But we've got what is it? Sprigatito?
Sprigatito, yes.
Fire type Croc.
Which is actually interesting because gatito is little cat in Spanish.
Yep.
Okay. So they've gone Spanish naming as well. And then so you got Quaxly on the Quaxly just above Lucian. You've got Fewer Coco above Sarin, and just above me is Sprigatito. Which okay. I mean, they're starter Pokemon and they look very cute.
They do look cute.
They do look
I'm still looking
cute.
at Donald Duck right there, honestly.
Yeah, Donald Duck, the formative years.
Anyway, moving on.
Hold on. Is this how Donald Duck got scarred as he was in the Pokemon Wars?
Oh God!
No, don't cross the. Oh no!
Don't cross the universes! Don't cross the time!
Don't tempt them. Oh God.
Anyway,
it's also an open. The other cool thing is, and it's based on the. I think Arceus was a tech demo for this. It's actually meant to be open world, fully open.
Which I gotta say, that is so much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, Arceus is more right now a Monster Hunter type open world. You got your main hub. You go to an area. There's specific, Pokemon in that area. You go back to your main hub. I do enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie, and my kid's been glued to it ever since we got it.
Yeah, it looks like a good game for getting people into the Monster Hunter series. To be fair, like it is Monster Hunter Light with Pokemon. It's Pokemon to get people interested, and then it's like if you want more of this, like going and beating up the monsters with like things, play Monster Hunter. If you like the idea of beating your face against a monster for an hour, Monster Hunter.
Swiftly moving on before we go into a Monster Hunter tangent.
Wow!
Because
this is the whole point of this is for us to talk about things that interest us, and this is interesting.
Yes, but we only have half an hour, and we have a lot to get through.
Half an hour.
So I'm gonna push us forward onto the unpleasant news concerning Activision Blizzard.
Can we go back to Pokemon now?
Yeah, we're done now. Let's go. Actibliz.
Unfortunately, here is the news. Kotick, who is, I believe, one of the directors /
he is the owner of the current main I think CEO Bobby Kotick is
yes. He has been offered a $15 million golden parachute if he is fired without cause by Microsoft. and a 22 million stock bonus in July or later if the board deems Activision's workplace issues to be sufficiently improved. Yeah.
Right. Can I get one of those for my work?
Yeah, please.
I'd like a 15 million gold parachute.
Yeah.
I'd sell it. Owner/CEO. There we go. Yeah, he is owner/CEO of Activision Blizzard. Yeah, and he's been mired in so much bad press on his own. Not just the crap about, not just the bad press and bad things going on in Activision Blizzard that came out during the a better ABK movement last year. Where there was all sorts of sexual predatory stuff and that had come out about it, but he actually he got yelled at for being CEO at the time during all this, but then it came out that he was actually a culprit. Culprit. That's the correct word. Culprit of it as well. And it's just like, there goes everything.
And here's some interesting things that Kremlik has written out. Microsoft jumped at the chance to acquire Activision Blizzard within days of the original lawsuit back in November. Shareholders are now suing Activision Blizzard and Microsoft because the deal only benefits the board and not the shareholders.
What about the deal benefiting the workers that were going through this mistreatment?
Oh God! Now that's still going on in law. That's still
let's be honest.
Legal quagmire.
And interestingly, apparently Kotick had to be persuaded, in quotation marks, by a US senator to stop blocking the unionization processes at Raven. I'm sorry. How bad do you have to be that a US senator has to come and tell you to knock it off?
Yeah.
Amazon.
Don't start. Don't even start on Amazon. That's just hilariously bad. I mean, there has been lots of reports of union busting stuff going up at Blizzard, and there was actually a fun. This is not really a fun subject, but it's just Activision, not Microsoft. For the suing.
Yes, the suing is Activision, not Microsoft. It's just that the Kremlin.
They're suing over
the deal. Yeah,
they're
suing Activision over the deal between Activision and Microsoft.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Blizzard's numbers are the lowest in 5 years across all of its games.
I mean, honestly, serves them right. And the minute I heard that news, I installed everything Blizzard on my computer.
I haven't had anything Blizzard installed on my computer in months.
Yeah, I still have it.
Over a year at this point.
I still have some things installed because Diablo 3 is just such a nice brainless game. But I paid for it once. I may as well continue playing with it until they kill the servers. I'm not adding any more money into it. In fact, the more you play it, the worse it is for them because they've got to still keep supporting it.
Yep. And they have to do the same with Overwatch and the same with all of their other games as well.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, when the Microsoft acquisition was announced, that doesn't still go through until next year because there's still a lot of anti-competitive legislature going over, and a lot of the big bodies in the EU and America are looking at this, going, "Is this are we going to let them do this?" But I know for a fact the OWL Overwatch League has I think ended up with support back for Overwatch. They've ended up getting some more funding because of Microsoft acquiring it, because the entire OWL, a lot of people pulled out, a lot of supporters pulled out the OWL League, the Overwatch League, when all this came to light, and it was just like, what? Oh God! All right, so people are starting to think it's going to go well. I mean, Microsoft haven't. They've at least not ended up quagmired in any sexual misconduct, things like that. But they're not exactly best known for keeping hold of staff.
Yeah. But yeah, that pretty much covers our Activision Blizzard news. And now that unpleasant stuff is out of the way, we can move on to the pleasant stuff. Or, well, pleasant relatively, considering some of this concerns Elden Ring.
It's new releases this week, or this... recent new releases. There we go. Recent releases.
Recent releases. So recent releases. Horizon Forbidden West's second biggest launch for the PS5 has come to the UK, which is quite good. I would like to.
I still need to play
on
that.
PC.
I still need to play. I need to play.
I want to play
Wilds,
Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. I want those games.
Zero Dawn you can get on PC, thankfully. Forbidden West is probably, like people have said, it's not...
Forbidden West will come to PC eventually.
Yeah, but it was like 2 or 3, 4 years before it came to PC, before Horizon Zero Dawn came to PC. So
no, Horizon Zero Dawn was like a year or 2, I think.
I don't think it was. I think, hang on a minute, initial release was 2017 for Horizon Zero Dawn, but the actual release in PC was 2020. So it was 3 years.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. 3 years.
Took a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, they were going.
2017.
So it's one of two things is going to happen for me. Either I get a PS5 first, or it releases on PC.
Yeah,
and I hope that my PC can handle it.
Yeah, the PS5. I mean, the problem was the PS4, from a hardware sense, was such a complicated beast to write games for that. Yeah, it was relatively difficult to do because it was so, like at the time it came out. I mean, the PS5 is a lot more PC based, so. And also, all the development tools that they've got are going to be better at targeting multiple platforms because I think it's their own engine underneath. Yeah, the Decima engine. Yeah. It's their own engine underneath. So that's able to target, probably actually able to target now PC, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox, possibly. But yeah. But, I mean, yeah, it was the 68% of copies were for the PS5 of it, which is funny because it was £10 more expensive on the PS5 store than it was for the PS4 store because you could get the PS4 version for $60 and then get the free update to PS5, or you can pay $70 and get PS5 only. Go figure. But it's the second biggest launch of the year.
When you've got a whole bunch of kids that have big, mom and dad for a console for their Christmas, and the parents don't even bother looking into how these things work, I mean, that's what you get.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's how they market. They look at what what the kids are going to want. I mean, there was a news story.
Yeah,
we'll find it.
I mean, Forbidden West was the second biggest launch this year.
I am trying to keep us moving on these topics.
I'm trying to
keep us moving, but we don't.
I'm trying to do this to lead in. Shut up and get off my segue. So Forbidden West was the second biggest launch after Pokemon Legends Arceus this year at point of sale, which then Elden Ring beat the living face off.
Yeah, completely fucked up on every level. Elden
in the
Ring,
best way.
In the best way, yes. Like I had earlier.
And now you know what he was doing.
Yes. But yes, Elden Ring. It has launched on PC and PlayStation to
Xbox.
much critical acclaim. It topped the sales within hours and then proceeded to continue to sell. One of the interesting things about Elden Ring is that after the initial sales boom, the game just kept going. It kept selling. It has made a hell of a lot of money, which is really good. However, the PC launch of Elden Ring was not without its hitches. Players have reported a variety of problems with visual stuttering and lag and a variety of other things. One interesting example was the fact that anytime anyone walked up to an enemy, it was invisible.
Whoops.
Makes fighting things a little difficult, I think.
Yeah.
Another interesting example was the fact that whenever you summoned the horse, it would also be invisible. Which is an interesting bug.
That's slightly problematic, but yeah, I mean,
just a tad.
I mean, the big thing for Elden Ring is just like it's had a reasonably it's had a very good launch, especially for a multiplayer. Sorry, it's not a multiplayer game. It's a multiplayer capable game.
It's a co-op game.
Yeah, co-op and PvP.
Co-op and PvP, but mostly co-op.
Yeah, it's mostly it's a solo game that you can play. You can bring in your friends to help beat up the boss that you can't manage.
Yeah,
it's a Souls-like. It's a Dark Souls-like because it's from the same developer as Dark Souls.
It's from FromSoft.
Yeah, FromSoft, and it's
making the game harder. It's obviously a feature, not a bug.
Yeah. However, the big difference actually, and I've heard this said by a lot of places, if you liked like the way Dark Souls went, but you were frustrated by like, okay, but now I've come against this boss which is a straight up brick wall that I can't get through because it's too difficult. A lot of the reviews and streamers have said that the big advantage of this game is because it's open world. If you come up against something that's really difficult, you can just turn around, heck off in a different direction, and go beat up something else that's easier, level up, and then come pan this guy in the face with the new weapons you've just found.
Yeah, and that is one of the good things about Elden Ring. It is open world. You can just run around, find new things, and have fun.
Yeah.
Now, so there's no boss room lockouts then. Like you're not trapped in a room with a boss until it's defeated or you're dead.
Oh yeah, you are. But if you die twice to it, you can go, you know what? I'm going to go see if I can get something better.
I don't like you. I'm going to go somewhere else.
Yeah. I mean, there's straight up things like I was watching It Me JP, and he said he went into a zone and saw something that he didn't realize he was afraid of, and he had a massive phobia of, until he walked into the room with them and went, nope. Turned around, left, and is never going back to that area of the map again.
Fair enough.
It wasn't spiders. It was something else, and I want to go find the clip of that because that sounded stupidly hilarious. But yeah, it's no boss gatekeeping like in other Soulsborne games, Soulsborne titles, because it's like the boss is basically almost at the end of a little questy area, and then there's the boss, but you don't even have to, like, if you don't need to go there, you don't have to go there.
The interesting thing about Elden Ring is that also in the open world there are just bosses sitting around, and you can walk up to them and you can beat them in the face, or you can choose to actually run away from them. Like, it's really good. Actually, it's a really good idea. It's a very new idea to the Souls style genre, but it works really well.
Yeah, and it makes the Souls genre easier without making the fights easier. The fights are still as hard as ever, but you're not stuck in a vertical cliff learning curve or level up curve trying to get through something. You can go around it and come back around and drop on it from above. Almost literally that way. But yeah. I'm looking. Well,
I'm seeing it too.
Kremlik's like, speed up. Yeah, I know. But also speed runs of this game. I'm looking forward to speed runs of Elden Ring.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Okay, so following on from that,
we have Destiny 2, The Witch Queen. Recently opened up with The Witch Queen recently came out with the new expansion of Destiny 2. Very strong numbers on that. 290,000 players. That's concurrent. That's not all the players that have ever played it. That's just at the same time, which is quite a lot of people on a server.
And it's being cited as the best campaign of the game so far.
Yeah. And Kremlik saying it's good. So that's good praise, especially from our resident Krem who plays far too many games.
Indeed.
Does not have
do we have to talk about Lost Ark?
Lost Ark is sticking still in the top 3. 1.3 million concurrent players at launch, but EU servers are probably still having issues. Yeah, if you're in the
servers
EU,
are completely filled and need creation of a new data center.
Yeah, so they underestimated how many people want to play it in the European Union and European area, and you're still unable to do some things like server locked founder packages and Twitch rewards, and there's just many problems plaguing it. It's almost like Amazon wrote, wait. And
then Kremlik screaming in the background because the following is being released this week: Babylon's Fall, Elix 2, Guild Wars 2, End of Dragons. Valheim's got a cave update. Shadow Warriors 3 Triangle Strategy for the Switch, and Conan Chop Chop.
Yeah.
That sounds interesting.
That one actually now intrigues me. I first looked at Conan Chop Chop. I was like, oh no, it's another Castle Crashers. No, it turns out it's Castle Crashers crossed with Binding of Isaac, and that's like, oh, actually, that sounds a little bit more interesting. And End of Dragons, I've not managed to touch Guild Wars in months. I need to actually get back to it because I do have had pre-order bonuses for that. I need to go and look at them because they're all shiny. It's like I've got so much spare time at the moment. Not.
I know, right? It's like
yeah.
there's nothing else going on in our lives.
Yeah, no. And then there's oh my god, there's so many other things. It keeps going. It keeps going.
Yeah, it keeps going. Final Fantasy 14 is that?
Yeah,
God.
Final Fantasy 14.
That's up the next 10 years of the game. Wow, they really have they've got an expectancy for this game to last a long time, and that's fair considering their current user base. News that Katie's will be happy to hear, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm playing through it, but I can't at the moment because I'm on a free tier account, and it's been it's. I'm in the early game stuff, and it's said to get better later, which is unfortunate. But yeah, there is the new bit on the trust system, which is allowing players to solo up to, I think, 4-player dungeons on their own, similar to way Guild Wars 1 did it with, you can grab your followers and they can do it with you instead of you needing other players, which is really cool.
They've done the same thing with SWTOR as well.
Okay.
In order to kind of offset some of the more difficult fights, they give you a dungeon-specific droid that fills in the missing slot via damage, tank, or healing.
Oh, that's useful. Yeah, so yeah, you're able to actually do them solo now instead of having to wait for a load of people to come back and do the missions when
run you through it.
Everyone's currently playing the latest content because everyone's already there. But yeah, so that's on Shadowbringers and Endwalker content, and Heaven's Ward and Stormblood are gaining it in later patches, but that's... Keep an eye on the patch notes for if you're into Final Fantasy 14, just see that. And then there's so many other little things. We have Unreal Engine 5 is getting a preview. It's entering preview even. You've already seen it come out in... this is mainly interests me, but you've seen it come out in the Matrix demo, play demo, where they've bringing out the new thing with their... I've forgotten the name of it, but it's the new rendering method where it will change the number of vertices on an object depending on how far away it is from you, and I've forgotten the entire name of it. It's meant to make building LODs much easier. So when it's far away, it doesn't need as many triangles, so it can be over there and look like crap, but you can't tell because it's over there. Whereas
it's too far away.
And it gives scalable texturing to that as well, and it's very
pretty
impressive.
Interesting.
Should give some major improvements, and I'm intrigued to see what games come out with that. There was Nvidia had a cyber attack. Oh dear. Email and dev tools.
Oh no.
Oh god, everything went wrong for Nvidia. They lost. Email and dev tools were attacked with outages lasting 2 days. I wonder if this was related to all the stuff they've been doing to try and cap crypto on their cards. I doubt.
Oh dearie
I wouldn't be surprised.
Dearie me.
But they don't have any information at the moment.
Oh
so,
god.
Yeah.
Speaking of crypto, have you heard the bad news?
Bad news?
Dolly Parton is doing NFTs.
Well, that
Lost
silence says
Celestia Award
everything.
has been found on eBay.
In other news, yes, the Celeste Award.
I'm sorry, are you two not aware of who Dolly Parton is? Because if you're not, then what are you doing?
I mean, I think we're both entirely aware, but just went
next.
No.
Wow.
It's Dolly Parton.
No respect.
We respect her enough to not talk about it.
Yeah, we respect her enough to not talk about it.
I'm sorry. I bring you back to the attack when I was trying to talk about Pokemon, you bastard.
Award has been found.
Yes. The 2018 award, Best Independent Game from the Game Awards, was found on eBay.
How did it get to eBay?
No one knows.
Somebody stole it, held on for it for a couple of years, then decided, it's safe to sell it now.
Yeah. They went for $500. Someone thought it was a replica and sold it as a replica. It was the real one because it literally says Celeste on the thing. Because it's when they're doing those award shows, the one you see on stage it's just passed between everybody. So the actual one was printed in the back. So someone ran off with that one. And they finally got it, which is great because Celeste is such an amazing game. And if you haven't played it and have even the minor inkling of liking platformers, play it. If you're not very good at platformers, don't try the B-sides or the extra DLC at the end. Or try them, realize why I said that, and go and enjoy the rest of the game instead.
Wow.
Yes.
Our Lord and Savior Gabe himself delivers the Steam Deck to fans.
In person.
There is footage of Gabe Newell actually walking a Steam Deck up to someone's front door.
Yeah. Probably entirely for the photo opportunity, but he did it to a couple of people, I think he said.
But only within the local Valve HQ area. So.
Yeah, which is fair enough. I don't think he's going to come across like especially at current status. Current world status, he's probably not going to travel. But going and dropping. You
can't travel, just don't travel near there.
Yeah, that's true enough. But there was already. It started off sketchily. There was stick drift reported on the Stream Deck immediately, which they fixed within 24 hours with a software update. And they went,
then there you go.
We had a minor reversion on the.
In
the
fairness to the Steam Deck, and in fairness to Valve in general, they have done a really good job launching this product. They've done a very good job putting it together. They've done a really good job making it so that it's repairable and interchangeable for the users.
And hey, you don't have to worry about emulators.
Yeah. It's a PC. It's a PC. And they've just done a very good job on this thing in general. And LTT did a video on the Steam Deck pointing out some software flaws. But I can see those being fixed within a month, maybe 2 months.
Yeah.
They've done a good enough job on the customer service side of all of this that I think everything's going to be fine with this.
And then our final piece of information is Star Trek Online ships are being added from Picard Season 2.
From Picard Season 2 or into Picard Season 2?
Into Picard Season 2, yeah. So they're actually adding in some of the ships from Star Trek Online are appearing in the season premiere of Season 2. So that's cool. Okay,
that's going to be interesting because the Star Trek Online ships are heavily customizable.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I run a lovely little like destroyer vessel that has 4 nacelles and this really strange archway in the middle.
Yeah, they're being added to Picard.
Like, it'll be interesting to see what they've actually done.
So what they've added the Gagarin, the Reliant, the Ross, the Sutherland,
the Gagarin.
Those 4 ships. Yeah. They've added those ones in. So, if anyone's intrigued in that and plays, and is, it's going to be watching Picard. I need to finish watching Season 1, but
I will be. You haven't finished watching Season 1 yet?
No, I just ran out of spare time. I need to go and binge it.
That's the end of the stream, everybody. Sliver's got things to do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
and
so
with
the Gagarin is very interesting.
But yes, in that case, thanks for watching.
The Reliant is a Miranda class, so that's going to be fun.
Sarin, you're up first because you said that.
What did I do? What?
Shoutouts.
No. Why? All right. Hi. Jeez, I am so brain dead with shoutouts. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining. If you do want to see more of what I do, definitely tune in to my Twitch channel, is where I primarily currently playing a lot of the story stuff for Star Wars: The Old Republic. And tomorrow, it has been decided to play some Monster Hunter Rise. I'll be opening up for the community to join in that and help me power through some of the quests and story there. So yeah, that'll be interesting. Bit of a change from the Pokemon Legends of Arceus.
Yeah.
Lucian!
It's me! Hello, everyone! Welcome, and goodbye, technically speaking. Thank you all very much for joining us this evening. You can find all of my stuff over on YouTube and Twitch. They are both good sources of entertainment, I should hope. Additionally, go check out the Ghost Industries wiki. It has a lot of lore. It has a lot of interesting stuff. I would highly recommend reading through it. There is an extensive amount of reading that you could do over there. Yeah, thank you all very much for joining us this evening, everyone. I will be live over on Twitch in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, so go over there and join. And from myself, I'm TBSliver. I stream a variety of games at the moment. I'm doing so many different ones at the moment. I've got I must have 5 or 6 games on the go, it feels like. My big one is Horizon Zero Dawn, though I haven't managed to get back to it this month. Because tomorrow I am probably tearing my hair out as the admin of the Armco Atlas server, which we start, which comes back up for another test tomorrow. So yes, join me tomorrow, 8 p.m. BST, 8 p.m. UK time, GMT at the moment, over at twitch.tv/TBSliver. You can find me on YouTube and Twitter as well under TBSliver. Come join, come find out what's going on, and yeah.
If you guys enjoyed this episode today, make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you're watching on YouTube. And subscribe where else you find your favorite podcasts.
Yeah. Anchor FM, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. There's probably a few more. Search Broken Respawn, you should find us. Otherwise, thank you very much, everyone, for joining, and we will catch you in a fortnight, hopefully. Ta-ra, everyone.
Goodbye.
Take care.